好，来先帮我朗诵标题。1, 2, 3, go. When you feel sick, you can thank your brain. Mice get sick in much the same way that we do. They become lethargic and move around much less. Their body temperature changes, and they spike a fever. They seek out warmth when they can. They drink less water. And just as we tend to not want food when we fall ill, mice also drastically reduce their feeding when they are sick, even with unrestricted access to food, and can drop a dramatic 10% of their body weight in days, the equivalent of humans being starved for a week. But making these shifts in eating habits or body temperature is no trivial task and requires the brain to intervene. For warm-blooded mammals such as mice and humans, body temperature is extremely strictly controlled, staying in the same range whether we are in a cozy room or in the cold. But for a fever to occur, the brain inhibits those controls. We tend to look like we're not doing much when we were sick. We are, after all, probably in bed and not moving. But the brain is hard at work. The researchers look for genetic markers of activity in the brain soon after they injected their mice with a pro-inflammatory agent. Surprisingly, if you look at the brain, there's high levels of activity across many regions. The first study found that specific neurons in the hypothalamus, a brain structure crucial for regulating basic bodily functions, control fever and appetite during sickness. When Dulac and her colleagues specifically stimulated these hypothalamic neurons without making the mice sick, the mice still spiked a fever, sought out warmer temperatures, and lost their appetite. These neurons in the hypothalamus were able to generate aspects of the sickness symptoms without sickness. If these hypothalamic neurons were selectively destroyed, the mice did not get a fever or prefer warmth when sick, suggesting that they are necessary for these symptoms. These neurons are probably able to detect sickness from signals released by the immune system in the body, Dulac said. Non-neuronal cells may amplify these signals, which in turn activate the hypothalamic neurons that trigger the loss of appetite, fever, and warmth-seeking. When Elanges, Friedman, and their colleagues activated neurons in these brainstem areas, the mice reduced their eating, drinking, and moving even when they were not sick. But if the researchers inhibited the brainstem neurons when the mice were ill, the mice had much weaker symptoms and still ate, drank, and moved.